It may not have Warwick Davis, but it's still a heck of a surprise. I want me shank! So, Leprechaun Returns is the 8th movie in the Leprechaun franchise. It is a reboot, another reboot, and a direct sequel to the 1993 original, released 25 years ago. This, of course, stars Mark Holton as Ozzy, a couple new fresh faces, and a brand new actor taking over for Warwick Davis, once again, as Leprechaun. Because the last time Leprechaun Origins with Postawell from WWE didn't work out. So, the plot of Leprechaun Returns in a nutshell is 25 years ago, a young woman and her friends stopped an evil leprechaun by shoving a 4-leaf clover in its mouth and watching its melting body fall into a well in North Dakota. What happened to his pot of gold that he always has to have is anyone's guess. Today, the property is run by the AU sorority house of a premier eco-science college, and a group of students decides to spend their summer vacation turning the house into a perfect green living adobe. And it will be challenging enough without the depraved leprechaun, and they unwittingly revive. But now the leprechaun is back, and he is determined to get his gold by teaching these 3 ladies named Lila, Katie, Rose, as well as another lady who goes by the name of Meredith, and these 2 boys named Matt and Andy, a lesson in murder. Except these 3 witches do not having it. So the 3 girls, they band together along with the 2 men to find his gold and take down a misogynistic leprechaun to their course load. Going into Leprechaun Returns, we haven't had a Leprechaun movie since 2014, and the last Leprechaun movie was Leprechaun Origins, which I truly freaking hated. I do have reviews of all 7 Leprechaun movies, recorded and edited, but I still haven't uploaded them, so by the time you see this, I'll upload all 8 of them. But going into Leprechaun Returns, I wasn't even aware of a new Leprechaun movie until I looked it up. Then I found out Warwick Davis will once again not be in it. And that had me even more scared to death than I already was. Then I saw the trailer, and it looked decent enough, but I still wasn't 100% sold on it. But then I watched the movie, the other movie, because it is a direct-to-video film. These Leprechaun movies has since been on direct-to-video since Leprechaun 2. And I watched it, and surprisingly, to my own interpretation, I actually enjoy Leprechaun Returns. It goes back to how Leprechaun should be. Now, this is not Academy Award worthy film, and it's not like it's gonna win awards, but let me just say, I'm impressed with Leprechaun Returns. First, let me get into the positives. I'm going to get into the positives. I think whoever the director was, I'll probably have my information or so down below once I can find the rest of the information I need. The director, I thought he really did a good job. He took the movie back to the original in the way of comedy, because the Leprechaun movies gets even more dumber and dumber with the comedy. And I'm not against comedy, because laughter is the best kind of medicine. It's better to have fun with a silly character like the Leprechaun than to be so serious and just so dreary and so desaturated. And it's not like that's not the Leprechaun at all, which is the main reason why I was not a fan of Leprechaun Returns. Which leads me into my second positive. It retcons Leprechaun Origins, Leprechaun 4 in Space, thank God, and some of the other ones that I do like. This is a direct sequel to the first film. We got Ozzy back from the original. It was really great seeing him, and they did a really good job of tying into the original film. It was great seeing Ozzy return, and just like the other Leprechaun movies, it's not really scary. They're more of a horror comedy. Because as I said in my other Leprechaun reviews, this is a horror comedy franchise, and you shouldn't take it too seriously. But they have fun with it. They know what they do. The Leprechaun is hilarious. He's brutal, and he's over the top. That's how the Leprechaun is supposed to be. So whoever the writers and director is of this movie, and the producers, thank you. You took Leprechaun back to his roots. Thank you. Thank you. Because I desperately needed that after Leprechaun Origins. Now, the new cast. I liked the newer actors they got here. I like the newer actors they got here. I really like them. I thought they really did a great job. The actors the three girls who played the main three female characters, Lila, Katie, and Rose. Katie is the black girls. Is always cool to see. So they're being diverse with the cast here, but they're mostly unknown. Ozzy was great. I like how his screen time is minimal here, but he does what he's got to do. You got the original actor, Mark Holton. It was great seeing him again. And it was great to see Tori Redding again. Now, this does lead me into my one negative here. My two negatives here. One, Tori Redding is... I'm okay with it being a look-alike, but I wish it was Jennifer Aniston. But then again, Jennifer Aniston, she has gone on to say that this is the worst thing she's ever done, even though the original Leprechaun from 25 years ago was her film debut. But what can you do? Also, another negative is that I don't like the one girl who locks our main character in a, I guess, sort of, in the basement later on into the film. I'm like, I hated her character. I was just waiting for her to die. Luckily, she does. are cool. You get cool ways of seeing people to die. But the one who really had to sell this movie for me, as far as the Leprechaun franchise go, and the character, was the new actor playing him. In this movie, he's played by Linden Porco. He plays the Leprechaun, and I like the new makeup design. He looks pretty cool. Now, Linden Porco, as the Leprechaun, he does a good job for the most part. He really does a good job here. He's not nearly as great as Warwick Davis, but considering the shoes he had to fill, he could have been a hell of a lot worse. And I know there are going to be some people who are going to be against this movie because it's not Warwick Davis, because they were against the original the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street, not only because that film was a remake of the 1984 classic, but it wasn't Robert Englund. But I'm all for being different as long as you keep the spirit of the character. Luckily, they keep the spirit of the character. And plus, James Bond, Superman, Batman, freaking Spider-Man, Superman, they've been recasted more than once. Even James Bond has been recasted more than once. And he's going to be recasted again after Daniel Craig leaves. My pick for James Bond, though, should be Henry Cavill. Since they're not doing Man of Steel 2, which I can understand why, because Man of Steel, the first Man of Steel got criticized a lot. Even though I love that movie, I do have a couple problems of my own. But that's not really the point here. I'm sorry, we get off topic again. But I guess it's kind of a thing it's kind of like a running gag for the channel. I tend to get off topic a lot. It's a running gag. I really like the Leprechaun here. He was hilarious. You can tell that the guy playing Leprechaun, he must have watched the ones with Warwick Davis, because he got the mannerisms down, he got the voice down, and he killed it. He killed it. Overall, aside from the one character I don't like, and the fact that Tori is not Jennifer Aniston, which I can understand why, I had a lot of fun with Leprechaun Returns. I'm not lying when I say this. I actually had a lot of fun with Leprechaun Returns. And unfortunately, I am going to have to disagree with my cousin's girlfriend on this. Because Leprechaun Returns, he doesn't sit in the background that much. He does what he's supposed to do. He kills people without any sympathy, without any remorse, and he does what he's supposed to do. So, at the end of the day, good job. Great job. And Leprechaun Returns is now probably my third favorite or second favorite. I am going to have to do a ranking of all of the Leprechaun movies now that I've seen this movie. That's why I didn't do the ranking yet. But I'm going to give Leprechaun Returns, for the first time in the Leprechaun series, I'm going to give it an epitastic. Let me know what you guys think of Leprechaun Returns down below. Do you like it? Do you hate it? What is your favorite Leprechaun movie? What is your least favorite Leprechaun movie? And what did you think of Linden Porco as the Leprechaun in this one? Did you think he was a nice successor to Warwick Davis? Or do you wish Warwick Davis was in it? Comment down below, let me know. This is Future Filmmaker 39480, and you guys keep it cool as always. Let's continue the road to 1,000 subscribers and join the epitasticness. I'll see y'all. Peace out.